What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Breaking Bet. We're back with this Sunday kickoff. I got my guy Brad Thomas here joining me this morning. We're getting ready to hit big today, week 6. This is the week of winners. It's October. It's my birthday month.
Yes, sir.
And I'm JohnnyVTV. Mr. Thomas, how art thou this morning?
Dude, I'm pretty good. I'm actually just locked in a freaking Hassan Haskin ladder right now. So, things are chilling, right? Like, if he gets 80 yards, we're eating freaking steak tonight, baby.
Are we? Are we eating steak tonight?
Bro, we're eating steak tonight.
Just so you know, I was down in Del Rey last night.
Okay.
The City Oyster. Pretty good. I had the 12-ounce New York strip, medium rare. Very good. That is a delicacy down there at City Oyster. But Brad, Wednesday we had ourselves a nice pod. Went through a lot of plays here.
Yeah.
Oh man, the injuries are really taking a toll here right now. A lot of key guys out. It's impacted the lines a little bit. So let's get right into it. The Broncos Jets is currently in motion, so we're going to skip over that one. I think, just so you know, like we discussed, the overseas games, primetime games is just dog day afternoon. The New York Jets are currently hanging tough. They're up 6-3 last time I checked. I don't subscribe to the NFL Network anymore. Done. Over it. No more. But let's go right to Cleveland and Pittsburgh. It is a Royal Mint spot, less than 3 hours to kick off. Brad, are you buying the Browns today?
You know what? I'm not. I just feel bad for the lack of vertical threat that the Browns have shown with Gabriel. I know it's a small sample size, but they don't take shots. They took 1-2 shots in the entire game. Tried to keep everything easy and vanilla for him. And I don't think the Steelers are like the team you should be afraid of this year, but there's still a sense of let's kind of protect our guy and work him into this. I think the Steelers have a chance to blow the doors off them, even with that poor defense. But the Steelers themselves have their own offensive issues, and I shouldn't just be like, oh man, the Steelers are killing it, because they've actually struggled as well. So, but I do think the Steelers cover in this game.
Yeah, I'm not going against the Royal Mint here. I'm going with Cleveland. I can't not bet the Royal Mint. If this comes down or goes up to 6, that's a different story. But this is my number. This is like playing roulette. You stick to red or black. Yeah, and that's what it is for me. So I like Cleveland. I think their path to victory. Obviously, they need Myles Garrett to have a big game. That defensive line really going to cause some discomfort for Aaron Rodgers. But I'll be honest, man. I thought Dylan Gabriel showed some resolve last week against a tough Minnesota team. That defense is really good at Minnesota. And Dylan Gabriel made the plays where he had to, didn't make the big mistakes. They still have playmakers, man. I mean, it really hasn't looked like it between Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku, Harold Fannin. I add Quinshon Judkins to the mix. I'm really big fan of his. Really well. We talked about this a few weeks ago when he was 255 to get in the end zone in his first game back, like really as the starter. And now, 255 is now like 110. So, we're really seeing the quick jump there for Judkins. But Brad, I like Cleveland here. Divisional game. I think they're going to find a way to keep this one close. It's tough because Pittsburgh is coming off of a bye, and generally a lot of teams play better rested, have a couple weeks to look forward to it and prepare. But I like Cleveland here. I think they get this one done.
That's fair. I don't. I just am really afraid of the offense. Their defense is gonna have to carry them throughout the entire game, but I think it could at least cause troubles early. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You betting against the Royal Mint, mister.
I know, bro. Wait, I didn't bet this game. I actually don't have any action in this game. I do think Dylan Gabriel over 11.5 rushing yards is pretty solid, but it's something that I didn't lock in yet.
All right. Chargers. Line's down to 3.5 at Miami. It is just a flurry of injuries for the Chargers, missing a few guys on the line. Quentin Johnston looks like he's not going to play now.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I woke up this morning and checked my fantasy team, and he's projected to 0. I'm like, what's happening? Like, I didn't think he was really in danger of missing the start. I mean, questionables become the – I don't even know how to say it. Like, questionable has become more not you're playing.
Yeah, dude. Everyone goes from questionable to 0 points projected in fantasy. It's been like, what the frick am I supposed to do with that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like I didn't ever think he was really in danger of missing this week's action. I mean, a hamstring injury kind of just popped up. And I mean, granted, those are the injuries that you really don't want to mess around with because they can linger and those can really derail a season. So it's disappointing. I liked the Chargers. I've kind of fallen out of favor with them this week.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't love Miami, but at some point, man, you're missing Q. That's your big play threat. You're missing your running backs. Now it's a revolving door between Haskins and Vidal. The offensive line is really beat up. I think Joe Alt's out.
Yeah, he is.
I think Pipkins is out too. Obviously, Rashawn Slater's was already out anyway. He's been out. It's at some point, man, it might end up hurting LAC. I have nothing in terms of a side for this game. I think maybe Devon Achane receptions. That's possible that's in play. Maybe Keen Daddy catches, get in the end zone. Should be a nice one for Lad McConkey. I think when we'll talk about this a little later, we're cooking up a little parlay here, and we look like we might have Haskins in the parlay for rush yards at 38.5.
You know, what's funny is I'm on Hassan Haskins. I played at 34.5, and then I guess as the news was going, it got to 38.5. Whatever. I still like 38.5 because I'm laddering him up to 60. Even with the offensive line issues, and I'll talk about that in a second. I think you should still have some confidence in Haskins being the lead back against this Dolphins team. Dolphins given up 133 rush yards per game. They've given up 870 rush yards total, dead last in EPA per rush, which is nice because you think about a team that has a banged up offensive line, more importantly, the left tackle, you're not going to want to drop back 40 times in this game because that's just inviting pressure to your quarterback. If you can establish the run, and I think that Harbaugh will do so, if you can establish the run, you take your chances. So for me, I like Haskins. I like the Dolphins plus the 3.5. Like, they're hard to trust, but this is a situation where if the Dolphins can't cover the 3.5, you have to fire your coach. Like, that means you got beat by basically a touchdown against the most injured team in the NFL right now.
Yeah. The disaster. I don't know why Mike McDaniel's still the coach. I'll be honest. I'm not really understanding the logic.
It makes zero sense.
Yeah, he should.
Everyone needs to go. The GM needs to go too.
He should have been fired. All right, New Orleans catching 3.5 at home against New England. Brad, I mean, I brought this up on Wednesday. Is this like not a trap spot, but a letdown spot after New England's massive emotional win in Buffalo? I think a lot of people are high on New England. And listen, I don't take that into account. This is just me. This is just me thinking out loud. New England's building, right? They're getting there, but I don't think they're fully there. That was really, in effect, their Super Bowl last week.
Yep.
Going into Buffalo, Big Brother, and taking out Josh Allen. Revenge game for Stephon Diggs, blah, blah, blah. While New Orleans isn't exactly talented, they have individual talent, and they've been playing pretty well at home. You look at Arizona week 1. They are on the verge of getting blown out. They hung tough. They had a shot. They had a shot in the end zone last play of the game, down 7 to try and tie it up. Just missed. The next week against San Francisco, San Fran had a lot of their backups in, but stayed tough. Only lost by 5. They lose to New York, or they beat New York, really New Jersey Giants last week. Good effort, some big takeaways. And that win against the Giants looks even better with what they just did to Philadelphia. So they've been playing tough at home. They really have been playing hard and finding ways to stay in games in the dome. I think 3.5 is, I think that's a little much for this team. Personally, I think the line should be 3 flat. I have no problem with New England being a favorite here. They have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. But something about this, I think New Orleans is definitely live today. But
I think New Orleans is live, and it's not necessarily anything to do with New Orleans. I think it just has to do so much so with the Patriots beating the Bills. Yesterday, I was at a party, and one of my Patriots buddies came up to me and was like, dude, that win over the Bills was so huge. It makes us feel like we can get back to what we were. The fact that we are almost a week later and that was mentioned, and he's just a fan, you know that hangover is going to hit hard when they play on the road.
Speaking of on this game, I have a buddy who's Mike Vrabel Coach of the Year ticket, 6-1. Coming into the year, really before looking at the numbers, obviously that was something that I thought about, and like I try to do a mental assessment before I really look at the lines, just so I'm not influenced, and then see where my opinion compares or contrasts with the books. Obviously, Vrabel was in play, but 6-1, I don't know. But the truth is, their schedule really softens up the rest of the way. Like, they have a lot of winnable games.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't think they're anything special right now. I think they're getting there. I feel like Stephon Diggs, if what we saw last week is the version we're going to get going forward, that changes things. Hunter Henry's been pretty good overall. I still think the running back situation, Travion Henderson's not getting the touches he needs. I'm not sure if he's going to start getting more involved over the course of the season. Drake May, he's looked good overall. He's looked good. The developments, it's getting there for sure. The New England defense has its moments, but still, they're a team that I think right now is still a little inconsistent. It's one thing to have the variance where you can play really well week to week, but can you consistently carry over playing well? Mistake-free football. When I say mistake-free football, turnovers, penalties, mental mistakes. Is New England that team yet? I don't think they are.
I don't think they are, yeah.
I think they're getting there. I think it's a work in progress. But 3.5 at New Orleans, the Saints team is very sneaky because they're not a good team, but they play hard and they really, really step up when they're at home. And the fact is they have these individual playmakers that can flip the game on a dime. Saw Rashid Shaheed go for an 85-yard tutty last week. Like, that's the kind of stuff that we're talking about.
Yep.
Olave's still there. Jawan Johnson's been pretty solid this year. Alvin Kamara, I don't know what the hell's going on there with him and Kendrick Miller.
They need to trade Kamara, bro.
What's going on there? Like, to close the game out against the Giants last week, Kamara wasn't it. It was Kendrick Miller. Like, am I missing something?
I don't get it. And you know what? They're like, oh, we're not trading him either, right? Like, I just don't get what their game plan is. Sorry, I'm having to move my tripod. My daughter broke my phone stand yesterday, so I got to keep my stuff close just in case we get any injury news. But it's just their situation makes zero sense to me right now.
Yeah, no,
I actually don't even think they know, like, the organization knows what their plan is. Like, I think they're just, and that's the signs of a bad organization where they're just kind of doing things on the fly. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, no, it does. It's. Yeah, I don't really know what to make of it.
Right.
Nevertheless, though, I think New Orleans inside the number here at home is a pretty solid play. It's gross. This doesn't make my top 5 list. It's probably not even making my card today. I gave up my card on my Discord. Obviously, you can subscribe to that on my Twitter links. But yeah, it doesn't make my card. But if you were inclined to make a play in this game, I do think the Saints at home with the points is a direction that I will go. Props wise, I think maybe I would explore Diggs for an alt, a Hundy piece, see if that carries over from last week. But nothing props wise on the Saints, nothing else on the Patriots, only Diggs if I'm taking a shot on something.
I kind of would want some kind of action on Shaheed, but it's just so boomer bust. 46.5, he's not getting the volume, but the Patriots do allow a fair amount of explosive plays. But I think for me, this game's perfect stay away.
Yeah. All right. This one saw some movement here. Jacksonville was a 1.5 point favorite. And looks like over the last 24 hours or so, the action's coming on Seattle. They're now a short favorite, laying 1.5 on the road, cross country. Brad, I think this is Seattle bounce back, man. I know the travel's tough. This is probably one of the longest continental flights in the United States.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's kind of got this thing here where they're finding ways to win games. I think both of us aren't necessarily buying it. 4-1 isn't truly reflective of what they are. Nothing on offense, on their offense, other than maybe Travis Etienne is really on a consistent basis made me think, yeah, this team's for real. Liam Cohen's got his fingerprints all over this. The defense has made plays where they've had to. I think Seattle. I think Seattle's going to get right here. I know it's a tough spot, but I feel like Sam Darnold's JSN going to keep that connection going. I think Mike McDonald probably reamed his defense out after their performance last week against Tampa. Tighten up a little bit. Keep everything in front. Get off the field on third downs. I got Seattle walking away with a W here. JSN over 6.5 catches. I think they're gonna pop today.
Yeah. So my buddy Ben Hostler, super sharp mind.
Oh, it's my guy.
Posted this on social, and I'm straight tailing. Sunday NFL ladder, Travis Hunter over 42.5 receiving yards. He laddered him all the way up to 100. He said he was waiting for a buy-in heavy spot on Hunter, and he think it could be this weekend. Saw season high snaps last week versus Kansas City, and then there's no Strange as well, so it could be a massive game for Hunter. I like that.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about this. The NFL is a weird league, right? Like sometimes the obvious is too obvious. The Jags run D has been pretty good in the red zone. I actually am taking Zach Charbonnet to score a touchdown. I think that it's also a little fake where they've played against some teams that don't have established run games in the red zone. Didn't what's his name score 2 against them? Hunt. Oh my God, call him Hunt. Yeah, Kareem Hunt. Like it's not like this team is bulletproof. And so I think that you just go against the grain here in this one with the odds. Like I think if it had been another team, Charbonnet would have been like minus 100. He's about plus 150.
Yeah.
Tough travel spot, dude. Too. Like I just
Travis Hunter is interesting. That breakout's going to come at some point. He's going to have one of those big games at some point.
Yeah.
I think that's a good look. I think this is the defense to do it against the way they've been playing.
They're banged up too.
Yeah. Undisciplined as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like JSN though today. I think JSN's gonna have another big one. He's just if Darnold targets him the way he targeted him last week, like he's becoming a true wide receiver one. I'm not talking about wide receiver one on his team. I'm talking about wide receiver one.
NFL, yeah.
There's a difference. He is becoming a wide receiver one. So when you are a wide receiver one, you need to be targeted as such.
Yep. And
when JSN's getting those 12 targets, 10 at a minimum, chances are he's gonna pop. I don't think there's anybody in the secondary that's going to hang with JSN. Like I don't know what the Hunter snaps look like, but to me, it's not gonna make a difference. I think JSN's going to get his today. Looking for another seven catch Hundy piece from JSN. Brad, this one is moved. Speaking of fantasy teams, Kyler Murray,
yeah, man,
a foot injury out of nowhere. This was 6.5. I liked Indy 6.5 all week. It's moved up an additional 3. Jacoby Brissett in line for the start here. Indianapolis, dude. Like, I understand the line moved up 3 points, but where are the Cardinals getting this done? Like where? I mean, maybe like here's the thing with Brissett. Here's how I see the only way for Arizona to stay in this game and cover this. Aside from the fact if Indianapolis just crumbles and makes a ton of stupid mistakes. Jacoby Brissett, from what we've seen in the past, is a slow and steady guy.
Yeah.
The kind of guy that keeps these like 10, 12 play drives, 7 minutes a clock alive, and kind of brings this game down into the gutter, lower scoring. And then the defense makes a couple plays. However, I think Indianapolis right now is they're cooking with gas, dude. They're chomping at the bit. This is a team that's played really good football. This is a team realistically should be 5-0. And I told you before, I wasn't necessarily sold on the Colts a few weeks ago. And after that Rams game, that was a big litmus test. The game they should have won. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm fully sold on Indianapolis this year, but I'm getting there. I think this is a game where they can run away with it, especially in the second half. Arizona, I mean, granted, it's with Kyler Murray, but they are notoriously not a second half team. They are one of the worst second half teams I think I've ever seen in my life in certain situations. Listen, do they bounce back mentally? Do they get tough? Do they show a little sack after what happened last week? Maybe. But I just think the running game with JT, Daniel Jones playing good football, some weapons on the outside, and a defense that's playing very, very strong is going to be the answer for them at home. I'm laying the 9.5, big dog. I think they get this done.
Yeah, I like laying the 9.5 here. Jacoby Brissett, like when's the last time we saw real meaningful action? 2022, 2023. Yeah. I did say if Brissett gets the start, I was going to take his rushing over. And I did not realize that it would be 10.5. I was thinking closer to 8.5. So I'm not entirely too sure how I want to do it.
You know why they moved this to 9.5, right? From 6.5?
Why?
So they could try and fuck you out of the teasers. Because they moved this to 8.5. Yeah. If you put Indy in a teaser, 6 points, got it down to 2.5 inside the field goal number. That's a big difference between 9.5, getting it down to 3.5. So this is purely a teaser motivated movement with 3 points. I mean, because let's be honest. Granted, like Arizona 6.5 and Indy was fair.
Yeah,
but we know why they're doing the 3 points. It's a teaser move. We got Marty Chamberlain. Marty, my guy, what's up, man? Appreciate the comment. Yeah, Marty giving us some good info, man. Yeah, JSN's eating today, baby. This is my guy, preseason catch leader. I don't know, man. Puka's been ripping, but JSN's definitely in the mix here. So that was a good look for us.
Man, God, this is gonna be gross. I'm gonna be on Team Jacoby Brissett today.
For what?
His rushing yards.
Oh,
I just feel like he's gonna run the ball so much. So
him. You think he's gonna Jacoby Brissett?
Not, dude. I need 10 yards.
Oh,
not like I'm going massive. I may take a little on his passing just because it's so low.
What is it?
200.5.
Yeah,
he just sucks so bad.
Yeah, man. I mean,
but what are they gonna do? Like, just give up? Like, that just can't be an option, you know?
They're gonna have to make a play. Let me see. What do they look like here? I mean, it's sneaky. They've been pretty.
I'm not gonna play against it. Yards. I'm not gonna play.
Maybe Trey McBride. I mean, Indy's been
as we've talked. This line's gone all the way up to 10. It was holy crap.
What?
This line, I'm looking at it now in live action. Oh, 9.5. Damn. What'd you take?
We're probably gonna see 10s.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is my mistake. I kind of fell asleep on it. We talked about it 6.5 all week. I like 6.5.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep on it, and I didn't give it out just because like I honestly forgot to put in my plays on my card, like official plays. So now I'm stuck taking the 9.5. But honestly, I think they're gonna lay it. I mean, if you're looking at DK, you can get 8.5. So anybody looking at this, there's an 8.5 on DK. All these lines that I put up here are on FanDuel. Just I like to keep it uniform, same book. But DraftKings has an 8.5 on this line. So there's probably been a little bit of buyback on Arizona. Colts are a good teaser leg today. I don't know, man. I just feel like Indianapolis. I think Arizona can keep this close in the first half, and then we'll see what they do in the second half. I feel like Indy's going to pull away.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be too strong. I mean, he's just looked unbelievable. He really freaking has. All right, next game here. Rams laying 7 at Ravens. Brad, where are you going here? Do you think the Ravens have any sort of bounce back after last week's debacle?
I don't think they have any bounce back. Dude, so it's not just the Ravens offensively that really gives me pause. It's them defensively. The Ravens are one of the worst rated defensive teams in the NFL. Ravens, 30th in EPA per play. Now this is on defense. Ravens, 31st in EPA, not EPA, and defensive success rate. They are 30th in pass yards allowed so far. They are, what is it, one more? And they are 28th in rush yards allowed. Horrible numbers. Not getting a ton of pressure on the quarterback. They allow quarterbacks to get outside of the pocket at the highest. It's not the highest. I'll say one of the highest percentages in the NFL. If you can't stop defenses to like basically what I just laid out was, you know, that meme of in that gif of Shannon Sharp when he's like cornbreads, collard greens, neck bones. That's what teams are seeing when they are playing against the Ravens. They could do whatever their game plan is, and I just don't see the Rams like I just don't see the Rams having any issues. And then let's mix in the pressure that the Rams are giving. Right, the Rams are getting pressure with 4 down linemen, or if you want to call it edge rushers, whatever, without having to blitz. They have the 4th highest pressure percentage and the 3rd lowest blitz percentage. They're going to blitz Cooper Rush, dude. Like, it's going to be a long day for the Ravens.
You know, man, I have a feeling too. I just because here's the thing, right? Not just as bettors, but any sort of handicapping, any sort of analysis. They're grown men. They're professionals. Yep. They got beat by 30 last week against Houston at home. You think they got to have some sort of a bounce back?
Yep.
I don't know. Like, granted, here's the difference. Houston has a good defense at all 3 levels. The Rams, I'm not sold on their defense front to back. They have a really good front 4, as you said. I think their linebacking core is solid, can be solid. You know, I have question marks about their secondary. I think that's where, you know, they can really get beat. So it's a different matchup. Now, the thing of it is, Bradford.
Hit me.
The Rams have had basically a week and a half. They've had a mini bye. They lost the game that they 1,000,000% should have won a couple Thursdays ago. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
You're listening?
I'm listening. Hit me.
They should have won that game. They were 8.5-point favorites at home. They had the game in the bag. And then for some reason, and I'll never understand this, somebody maybe with more ball knowledge than me has got to give me the understanding. Why do you win the coin toss in overtime and defer? Like, what the fuck are you doing? The 10-minute overtime, because now what happens is, San Francisco gets the field goal and LA's got a shot, but then they took enough time off the clock. Now you're battling the clock. It was an absolute disaster that they gave that game away. Because let me tell you something. The way the Rams offense was looking, they get the ball, they go right down the field, they score, game's going to be over.
Yeah,
that's what I thought was going to happen. I think the Rams are pissed off here. It's a tough travel spot, cross country, LA to Baltimore. But I just think what the Rams are going to be able to do is completely dry hump this Baltimore defense. This defense has looked like a disaster. You saw what CJ Stroud did.
dude.
CJ Stroud hasn't looked good since Nam. And this guy went for
CJ Stroud had his best game of his career
against this Ravens defense, who just traded Odafe away, by the way. Big Daddy Stafford is looking vintage. Puka, he's a big dog, bro. Puka's a big dog, and I think he's just going to keep eating. I mean, I don't know if Marlon Humphrey's playing. Can you confirm that while I'm talking?
He's out.
He is out?
Yeah.
I mean, Marlon Humphrey would have been the matchup because he's a big physical corner and trying to get his hands on Puka. I don't know who's stopping them. We both like Devontae to get in the end zone today. I like Tay catches. I think this is one-way traffic. LA is going to go nuts. I like LA team total over. It's 26.5, but I took it down to 24.5, lay a little bit of vig at 135. I know sometimes I don't like to do that, but I think the Rams are alive to score 30 points easily today, as long as they don't make any dumb mistakes. I don't know where the Ravens defense is going to stop them. I think the Rams offense's skill players are going to eat the way they did last week. It's just, can the defense keep applying pressure? Because what happens is when you start playing with a lead, if you're the Rams, as we've seen, especially with Lamar out, they take Derrick Henry out of the game. And then you take Derrick Henry out of the game, that's it.
Dude.
That's it. You take the king out of the game, which, listen, I think it's a little the criticism's a little unfair because their line hasn't been blocking.
True, but he's been fumbling like crazy.
The Texans defense last week. Like, do people not realize the Texans have a really good defense and they're playing from behind? Like, what do you think the guy's going to do? Like, Derrick Henry's a proven guy. He's got to get 20 to 25 carries, and then he's just going to cook you. But you're playing from a huge deficit with shitty line against a good defense. But anyway, long-winded answer of saying I think the Rams are going to cover this spot. But instead of the 7, I think the team total over for the Rams is the better play.
Isn't it like 34 or something?
Where are you looking? I feel like you're looking in Never Land, buddy. Nah, it's like 26.5.
I covered this game on Newswire. I thought it was a really high number. What was it? I was only 27.5. Oh, you're right. No. Okay, so I remember I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, it's only 27.5. It should be like 34.5. I remember saying that. I like that bet. It's plus money too. What's the weather like in Baltimore? I didn't do my weather report yet this morning.
Neither did I. Let me see. Let's pull up the weather here. Do you know how many? I have so many. You know how the weather app? I have so many different cities with weather on my phone. It's crazy.
Slight chance of rain, 16 miles per hour. Wind.
It's fine.
Only 23% chance of rain though.
Yeah, I don't mind. Where are you? Let's talk a little props in this game before we slide over.
Yes.
Where are you? What's your line for Puka? He's 93.5 right now, which is insane. Are you? I mean, look, the 93.5, the way he's been going is absolutely 1,000,000% possible. Are you laddering him? Are you just taking the flat over? What are you doing here?
I actually am staying away from the pass catchers because I think this is a game where it could get out of hand and you're actually going to see like younger and different pass catchers come in. But the Rams with McVay are not a team where you want to they're not a team where you want to take they're not a team where you want to take an under position on the wide receivers because McVay likes to keep going until he knows it's firmly in hand. So I think it's like just a straight stay away from Puka at that number. But don't be surprised if Puka has 115 and a touchdown. Like don't be shocked at all.
It is risky. I almost just for fun want to take Puka like 125 at 255. But that would be like just a little sprinkle on something just for fun, really. I mean, it could
Yeah.
obviously happen. So if they're playing with a lead, Kyron's number is 71.5. Are you laddering him? Or are you afraid maybe Corum gets some touches? Like,
I think Corum gets touches. Yes, we just cashed Bo Nix rushing over. Thank gosh.
what was it?
17.5. I think Corum gets touches. I think this is just one of those games where you start to see, like, it kind of reminds me of when the Broncos played. Shit, who did they play? Where you saw RJ Harvey like feast. He had like 60 yards. This really reminds me of that game where your younger guys get a lot of reps. And that was a weird game too, because J.K. Dobbins still went over his total too.
So maybe both on the overs.
Maybe, yeah. I actually
The Ravens got a bottom 5 run defense right now.
Ravens have third worst run defense in the NFL.
They're allowing right now 6th most rush yards to running backs. I mean, here's the thing. I almost want to take Kyron on a ladder, but I have a feeling he's not going to get as many. He's not going to get the carries to get there. Like I don't think Kyron's going to get 20 carries today. I could see him get like 16 or 17, then Corum ends up getting like 10 or 11.
Shit, that's a tough one, man. Gosh,
see what happens, and we start like we start overthinking it.
Yeah, watch it just be like an easy Puka 100 in a touchdown game, and we're like,
like
Corum, blah blah blah.
Just so you know, if you did, and we're on FanDuel here. If you did Puka a hundy with a big fat tud, that would be 197. It's a lot to happen for 197.
Yeah.
It's a lot to happen. But all right, let's keep moving here. Dallas -3 at Carolina. This has got a shot to be one of the sneaky good games of the day. 2 shit defenses. Ton of injuries for Dallas, or a couple key injuries, I should say.
Yeah.
Carolina, Bryce Young looks like he's playing a different sport sometimes. So highly entertaining. Brad, I it's hard to lay the points with Dallas because their defense is awful. Their defense is bad. Instead of laying the 3 with Dallas, and I think Dallas wins this game. I think this total's a little low here. I think this is getting into the 50s. I think I might be looking at a Dallas team total 26.5 to the over. What say you?
You know, I think I'm just going to be on the Javonte train. At Javonte over 20 over 76.5. I think it's a pretty good shout there. But what's interesting about this game too is like Javonte Williams is number 1 in EPA per rush in the NFL with running back for running backs with at least 50 carries. The weakness of the Panthers is no longer their pass defense. Their pass defense is not horrible. It's their run defense. And as long as the Panthers don't jump out on Dallas, I think they can capitalize. I can never, bro. We had our fun once against the Falcons where we took the Panthers. I could never do it again for the rest of the season because this is a team that you just can't keep going back to the well. I just can't.
I mean, they should have lost last week. Miami somehow blew a 17-0 lead. That's actually insane. But yeah, listen, man. You know, this total's actually come down to 47.5.
Yeah.
But I think I like Dallas to win here. I like the Javonte number. I think he's live to get a hundy piece today. That's who we should throw in our parlay, by the way.
I took a touchdown.
Yeah, we did. We should throw. I like the yards too. I think I like Pickens. I think Pickens has a big game here. The way Dallas's pass offense is able to push the ball downfield. this is an opportunity for somebody like Pickens to eat today. I don't love either one of these teams. I think Dallas team total is in play. I like Javonte, probably rush yards. Dowdle revenge game. Can't forget that. We can't forget that. Here we go. What do we got? It's right in front of us. JSN Puka Ibuka 100 receiving.
Oh my God.
Should we? Marty, did you stumble onto something, buddy?
Marty, should we do this?
Marty?
Let me build this out right now.
Lock it in, baby. Lock it in. See, we got a boost.
Marty, listen, Marty is the homie. I am literally going to tell just because it's freaking Marty, right? Like,
yeah, throw it in. Throw it in. Let's do it.
He's too wise for us not to cash this. Let me do this.
Wait, we're throwing Javonte in there, maybe? Little rush.
We'll do the Marty special. And then we could do Javonte separate. Let's do
the Marty special. Let's do the Marty special. Marty, big dog. If this hits, you're coming on next week, baby.
Yeah, dude.
You're on the show. You've earned the right to be on the show, Marty, if this hits. Let's do it.
Dude, I cannot believe this actually sounds so like first world problems, but my daughter was playing on my desk yesterday, and I have a phone stand where I could like look at news, put bets in and everything, and still be like engaged in shows. She snapped it in half, bro. So like I'm struggling right now. My arm's kind of sore, like holding it in the air and shit.
You got to throw her in the gulag.
Bro.
You got to lock her away. Like,
wait, you know what's crazy? I like didn't even make a big deal about it.
I would have.
And who's the third? JSN, Puka, and Ibuka.
Yeah, Puka, Ibuka. Imagine if that was the same person. Puka, Ibuka. JSN, 100 pieces all around.
Dude, I didn't even make a big deal about it, right? Check this shit out. She sees that it's broken and starts bawling, bro.
Damn, she got you. She got your ass because she knows, man. These kids know. She beat you to the punch because she knows you weren't going to get mad.
We got 16 and a half. That's good. You want action on this? How much you want?
Yeah. Wait, 16. Wait, what do you mean 16?
Plus 16, plus 16.55.
Oh, we got. Where are you looking? Bovada?
Yeah.
What about Hard Rock? What's Hard Rock?
No, dude, we're not doing parlays on Hard Rock. Hard Rock freaking sucks. Their odds are nuked. There's not even. I don't even build it out anymore.
They're terrible. What do you want? 25?
How much you want? Yeah.
How much? What are you putting on it?
I'll do 25.
25 each?
Yeah.
50. That should pay out like what? 870?
840, I think.
840. Yeah, math is not my thing, unfortunately, which is kind of an oxymoron.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, Dallas team total. I like Javonte Williams. I think is a 100-piece candidate. Rico Dowdle, I think is a 100-piece candidate. Both of them to get in the end zone. This is a big Rico Dowdle revenge game. He had 200 plus yards last week. Scored. Dallas revenge game here. I think this game's getting into the 50s. I think Dallas is going to win outright. I think they're going to cover their team total. I think both of these guys get a 100. I think both of these guys get in the end zone. This is a nice. This could be a really nice same game parlay game. A lot of action here. Nice same game parlay.
A lot, dude. There's just a lot you can do with this, and then like part of me is just like, damn, I really kind of don't want to go too deep in it, but
yeah, you do. Don't lie. Don't lie. Anything with Jake Ferguson catches?
I like him, but his numbers just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. Like right now, Jake Ferguson is over 5.5 receptions, 6 receptions, and it's juiced, mind you.
Yeah, it's a juice latte. But Carolina is bottom 7 in most catches allowed to tight ends. I think Pickens is going to have a big one. What are we doing with Tet McMillan? Because like at some point, this guy needs a 100-piece with a tutty, and he's getting open so much. He's making unreal plays, but he has an absolute moron for a quarterback that makes like one nice play out of 20. His nice play percentage is like 5%. It's like just enough. It's like, hey, you know what? Maybe this is the week. Tet McMillan's making circus catches, like going over 15 defenders, like one hand tied behind his back. It's like, how is this guy not gone for a 100 with a tud? I think he has 100-piece, but I don't think he has a tutty yet. It's like every week I'm waiting for it. I'm like, okay, Tet McMillan, it's his turn. But
I don't even think he gets. I don't even think he gets a lot of red zone targets. Like I think that's. Let me see. Let me pull this up. I don't think he does.
It's Cray, by the way.
Let's see. Tet. Oh shit, that's Snapshare. I was like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. red zone targets. Tet has, well, actually gets a lot. 5 red zone targets?
The thing is, there's difference between targets and targets. Like,
yeah,
catchable targets, a play you realistically have a chance of making versus something that's just, hey, we were looking at you, but we had to throw it out of bounds, or I made a shit throw, so you had no chance of catching that.
What's his touchdown number? Let's see if there's any value on this at all.
FanDuel's 150.
Plus 150. And
Not
that
bad.
would be,
It's Dallas, the defense. Bro, I mean, like, eventually it's going to happen. And like, it's a good matchup. And he's a physical
40%.
specimen.
Edge.
He's a one-on-one man beater. Dallas has allowed the most receiving touchdowns.
The fair price on Tet to score a touchdown is plus 122.
I agree, dude. Dallas has allowed 10 touchdowns to wide receivers this year. It's the most, with tie with Baltimore. Like, this guy's got to get in.
I'm going to take him for half a unit.
Knowing how it is, it'll be like Xavier Leggett or somebody like that. Leggett at 270.
He scored last week. I'm taking him for half a touchdown. It's how much? That's only how much percent difference is that? It's only 3% difference.
Who?
So maybe it's a quarter unit. What?
Tet?
I'm gonna take Tet to score a touchdown, just because it's like a 3 to 5% edge, not quite 7 to 10. But
you should take Xavier Leggett because it seems like he's going to score just because that's how it goes.
Plus 300.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot of action in this one here, boys and girls.
I put a bonus bet on Leggett.
I like it.
Just
all right. Let's move on here. Otherwise, I could talk about this game all day. Tennessee Titans, Raiders. This has come down. Action coming on the Titans. Vegas is a home 3.5-point favorite. Seems like some people are liking what they see from Tennessee, Brad. Listen, I don't love this game. I'm not, from a side perspective, I'm not betting it. Does it feel like a letdown spot for the Titans? Like, the Cam Ward believer in me wants to think, hey, this is just the start of it. This is going to get them going. It's going to unlock them. It's going to propel them towards some sort of competency as a team. Cam Ward's a dog. For all you people that think Cam Ward sucks, like, you're nuts. Cam Ward is a dog. He's got it, bro. He's got it. The Raiders, though, I mean, they're not good, but they're not terrible.
Yeah. Not good, not terrible.
If I was going to bet this game, I think I might take Vegas with the side. I'm not, though. We both agree we like Ashton Genty. We like Genty to get in the end zone, like Genty's over rush yards. That's really the only thing I have in this one that I would remotely consider. I don't like anything from a side or total perspective.
Yeah, I'm 100% on Ashton Genty rush yards today. I laddered him to 100. This is a rush defense that's just not good, giving up 734 rush yards so far this season. And they probably should be playing in a losing position. They've also given up 10 rushing touchdowns. I don't normally play negative juice on touchdown scores, but Genty is finding the end zone in this game. It's just no way around it, you know?
Yeah, I think Genty's getting in. I think Genty's a 2-tutty candidate today as well. Would you agree with
That's
that?
fun. That's fun.
I think, yeah, Genty to get in twice is 480. That's solid. Solid.
But I have $40 somewhere.
Yeah, this probably seems like a 22 carry Genty type of game.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do Javonte Williams 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna do Jonathan Taylor 2 touchdowns.
I don't like Taylor too. I mean, I think Taylor gets in twice, but 180
plus 200 for me. And then I'm gonna do Genty 2 touchdowns. This is a round robin. So put 5 on the lay, round robin by 3, $10, $35 to win 604. That was fun.
How about we do this? All right, you got Javonte in for 2?
Yep.
What about this? What do you like it?
Did you
Some
send me
bullshit?
something?
No, like look at the screen.
Oh,
Get your head out of your ass. It's obviously a lot, but it's like a small. I have a bonus token.
yeah, that's fun, bro.
I have like a no sweat bonus token I have to use. I'm like,
That's fun.
McCaffrey, Kyron. All right, who ruins it? McCaffrey 2, Kyron 2, Genty 2, Jacobs 2, Amon-Ra 1. Who ruins it?
McCaffrey.
You think McCaffrey doesn't get in twice?
Nah, yeah, I think that game plays a lot slower.
Okay. Maybe I'll sub out McCaffrey for Jonte. Okay. Speaking of, let's go to San Francisco, Tampa Bay. This line has moved to 3. It looks like Mackenzie Jones, the future business leader of America, the leader of the Young Republicans Club, will be drawing the start again. Played really well on the road at the Rams last week. Brad, it sucks because this came off a flat 3. This was a flat 3 for probably 5 of the first 6 days of the week until yesterday.
Yeah.
Did the 3.5 scare you at all? Moving up with the hook? Because I like Tampa at flat 3. Are you concerned a little bit by the 3.5?
Yes, and it's not necessarily the reason you think. I think it concerns me because Tampa plays so many close games where like them winning this by a field goal is not surprising at all.
I'm not laying 3.5 with Tampa. I grabbed a 3 at Bet Rivers this morning, flat 3 at -117. I agree with you. With the Tampa playing close games. I think Tampa's going to win today.
Yeah.
I like them in a money line parlay, but I like them laying 3 if you're just looking for a solo bet. That was Bet Rivers. I would not lay the 3.5 with Tampa, though. I do agree with you. The truth is they have the biggest difference maker in the game right now, like in this game with Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
I don't think San Francisco's going to have an answer for Emeka Ibuka. I think Godwin's out, right?
Godwin is out.
Godwin's out. Sterling Shepard time. Bucky Irving's out. It's Rachaad White time. He's out again. I understand the amount of injuries, but Baker Mayfield is making up for the difference. That's just that's what he's doing. And granted, like Mac Jones played well, and I know Tampa's defense isn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
I think McCaffrey's going to get his today. I think he's going to have a big day rush receiving.
I also think his receiving yards, but man, 52.5. Like
I think I'm taking McCaffrey up to 120 rush receive.
Man.
He's getting 25 to 30 plus touches a game.
Yeah.
He's getting so many touches. It's insane. So I'm going to capitalize on that while we have it. In the meantime, I like Tampa here, man. They have that it factor. They have that X factor, and it revolves around Baker Mayfield. We both love Tampa this year coming into the season to represent the NFC.
Yeah.
And San Francisco, letdown spot, travel cross country. They have injuries as well. And something's weird about this. Tampa's had San Francisco's number the last 4 times they played. Like this is a situation where Tampa just seems to have the number of the San Francisco 49ers. Not sure why, not sure what it is, but I can't take San Francisco to win outright. I think Tampa's going to win. Ricky Pearsall's out. Brock Purdy's out. Juwan Jennings questionable. Like they have injuries as well. I just think at the end of the day, when it boils down, who do you want? Do you want Baker Mayfield or do you want Mac Jones? The answer is very easy. I want Baker Mayfield. Props wise, I think Ibuka can stay hot, get a hundy, get in the end zone. McCaffrey over rush receiving. I think McCaffrey's good for at least 6 catches. Brad, I think Sterling Shepard could be sneaky today, although his number's gotten hit a little bit. Maybe Rashad White get in the end zone.
Yeah, I think
think
Rashad White scores today.
this is a game I see Tampa winning like 27-23, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be like dude, I just think it's going to be a 3-point victory for the Bucs, and it might be a stressful one too.
Probably. Every friggin' game they have is got to come down to the wire. It's got to be super stressful.
Yep.
All right. Cincinnati, Green Bay, 14.5 points is a lot. On Wednesday, I talked about, Brad, that I liked Cincinnati getting the 14.5 because that's a lot against a professional football team, against Joe Flacco. Jamar Chase is questionable, so I got to keep an eye on that. I don't know if there's been an official ruling if he's going to play or not. I think this is a later start. Obviously, if Jamar Chase plays, I think I got to take the 14.5. I'm not dying on that hill, but
yeah,
if we're breaking down side by side, north of 2 touchdowns, I mean, that's a lot, dude. I think it's a big Jacobs day. I think he's a ladder candidate. I think Jacobs gets in the end zone. Really, the only guy I like is Jacobs. I think Tucker Kraft is a solid play to get.
I'm
in the end
thinking
zone
Tucker Kraft to get in the end zone. Like,
yeah,
why not, dude? Right? Like, he's targeted so much in the red zone, and the Jets not scoring at all in that possession is freaking hilarious. They're such a poorly coached team. They ran the ball. They ran the ball with 50 seconds left to go.
It's brutal. That's brutal. Okay, Detroit, Kansas City. This is the big one. Brad, I'll let you kick it off.
Man, gosh. I think all these times we keep saying, oh my God, you have to watch out for Mahomes. You know, there's no way Mahomes loses back-to-back primetime games. I think it's fair to say that just Mahomes is not good. I would like to catch a field goal with Detroit, though. I think we could catch a field goal with Detroit and we win. At plus 2.5, I don't like. I'm Team Lions, though.
I like the Lions here. It's so funny how they purposely keep this at 2.5 to really make you pick.
Yeah.
The influx of bets that would come in on the Lions if they were catching 3.
Dude,
this has been 2.5 all week for this particular reason. For this particular reason, it's been 2.5 all week because then people will be like, all right, well, the Lions getting 3, they're getting the hook, they're getting the field goal. Yeah, we're going to take the Lions.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other side, everyone's like, damn, like we got KC inside the 3, inside the key number. Like it's only 80% of the time that the games, or only like 20% of the time that the games end inside 3. I think that could draw more money to Kansas City, but like it doesn't even factor into my handicap. I think right now the Lions are the better team. They're playing with more swagger. Extra rest, or not extra rest, shorter rest for Kansas City is what it is. Xavier Worthy's in this game. He's back. I think the Lions right now really have an identity. They're able to run the ball consistently well. Goff is spreading the ball around. Their defense, especially in the secondary, it's banged up right now. But I think the Lions find a way to pull this out. This is going to be a great game.
No Terrion Arnold is huge. No Terrion Arnold's huge. Oh my God.
No
Terrion Arnold is huge. But I also think against any other team would be more impactful than this really bad receiving core for the Chiefs.
Yeah. I like Detroit here, man. I'm just, it is what it is. I think I gotta bet the Lions. I don't know how I don't bet the Lions. All right, this should be props galore.
Yeah.
All right, you little slut. Let's talk about it. I think Amon-Ra is. I think he was like 68.5 early.
Amon-Ra to go over his receiving is like gold.
I think he's good for 80 today at least.
Yeah. Gold.
Rushing, Jahmyr Gibbs 65.5. Do we like that?
Yeah, I mean it's decent. Especially Jahmyr Gibbs was a homie and let David Montgomery have a lot of the spotlight last week playing back at home for the first time.
Yeah. I think I think this is an Amon-Ra game. I think he's getting in the end zone today. Plus 110. Plus 110 is a good number for Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown. If we're looking a little further down the board, I think Tyquan Thornton is still live. I don't think he's just because Worthy's back. I don't think they're going to phase Thornton out of the offense. His volume is probably going to be a little less, but I think that's interesting there. Kareem Hunt plus 140. I think that's a solid number. It's grimy and it's gross, but he's been getting in the end zone. This is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a good game. Jahmyr Gibbs. Anything for Gibbs receiving.
Against the Chiefs.
27.5.
Field. They blitz a lot. Blitz with cover 1. Yeah, I like it. I think that it'll be an opportunity to get a lot of those quick outs. Yeah, those quick outs from pressure coming. What's the number? 21.5, you said?
27.5. Bam Knight's gonna start over Michael Carter today.
Yeah, dude, I have to start him, man. It's so freaking BS.
Dude,
start him.
It could be one of those. It could be one of those
show
games where it's like, hey, he starts, he gets the first carry, then Michael Carter's just gonna.
I'm just gonna drop his ass. Sorry, Bam Knight. Now no one can have him. Now who do I start in that position? Fudge. I have literally no one.
It's literally hilarious that they do this.
Dude, I'm just gonna stick with my guns. I think. Oh wait. I should take. No, yeah, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I think Tez Johnson has a breakout game today.
You think?
Yeah, man.
I mean, listen, I could see it. I don't think it's outrageous.
What was the snap share yesterday? Last week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers snap counts. Tez had a highest of the season, 36%.
I mean, he should be operating as a 3 today, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
How many targets did he have? 4 targets.
Interesting. All right, move on to Monday night here. Atlanta catching 4.5 off the bye against Buffalo. Brad, I'll be honest. Let's talk about this real quick. We shared it on Wednesday. Primetime dogs have been barking loudly. I think Buffalo wins this game, but I like Atlanta getting the points at home, off a bye, rested, 2 weeks to prepare. This is going to set up for Atlanta to crumble at the end. Josh Allen to go right down the field, get the game-winning field goal. That's what it sets up for. I think this is a big Bijan game. It's to be a big Bijan game. I think like 125, 130 rush receiving. Can't phase him out if you're doing that. He's a weapon in both the pass and the run game. Drake London, I like. I think Darnell Mooney's already ruled out. I like Atlanta getting 4.5 at home, though. I think they're going to be amped up. It's Monday Night Football. They very rarely play Monday night games. They're coming off extra rest. They've had a couple weeks to prepare for this game. Buffalo is going to be amped up after losing at home like that.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are probably thinking the same thing. Like, oh, Buffalo, they lost last week. They're going to come out. They're going to blow them out. Like, I think Atlanta's going to hang tight. I think they're going to hang tough in this one. I think Buffalo wins, but I think Atlanta covers the 4.5.
I think I don't know. I think this is a scary number. I think it's a number where it's like, well, the Bills just looked pretty bad. You know, they're licking their chops. It's prime time. I think I'm leaning closer to the Bills in a blowout and them shutting down Penix. But the Bills run defense, the Bills pass defense, everything's pretty bad. I do like James Cook to go over his number. It's a buy low spot for me on James Cook, which is, I think, like that's where you should want to be at 70.5. It's about even money. 25th ranked run defense for the Falcons. The Bills, even though James Cook didn't go over, this is what I love about buy low spots, right? Even though James Cook didn't go over in that last game, he still had like 15 freaking carries in a game where they could not get anything going.
Yeah. James Cook's interesting.
He's guaranteed 15 carries in this game, which, oh my gosh, let's do the math. 15 carries. He needs to average 4.7 yards per carry. This season, I think he's averaging 5 yards per carry.
This is a running backs kind of game for me.
Man.
Running backs kind of game for me. All right, let's close it out here, Brad. Chicago, Washington, battle of the 1 and 2 picks. JD versus Caleb. Bears coming off a bye. Washington coming off a game that they won that they probably shouldn't have. Catching 4.5, closing in on the Royal Mint spot. But regardless, I don't care. I like Chicago at least to cover. This is going to be a massive Rome Daddy anytime tutty. Bro, Rome Daddy's, aside from the fact that I've literally named him probably one of the best nicknames you can have in modern American history. This dude's connection with Caleb Williams is blossoming. He's not getting the heavy volume on a weekly basis, but like you could see every week the connection is budding. It's just like it's hitting another level. It's slow and steady, but it's getting there, Brad. And right now that is his guy. Like DJ Moore might be a better receiver, but this is Caleb Williams' guy. And you saw that last year when he came in. Like he would gravitate towards Odunze first and foremost. And why would we not capitalize on that? I think Rome Odunze's got like a 3-week touchdown streak, something like that. Washington's given up the sixth touchdown catches to receivers. That's tied for tied for 5th most in the league. So I feel like Rome Odunze is going to get going here. Washington's banged up. I think the Chargers gave that game away more than Washington stole it last week. Chicago on the rest. Also, let's not forget that what happened last year is in their minds about that Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I like Chicago to cover the 4.5. I think Rome Odunze is getting in the end zone.
I'm on the other side there. I actually like the Commanders to cover. Best run defense in the league. And the Bears have struggled to run the ball, which makes them kind of like a one-dimensional team, makes them a team where they have to put the ownership on Caleb Williams. The Commanders aren't horrible in the second level, right? But excuse me, Commanders aren't amazing in the second level, but I think they can be good enough. I also think that the Bears run defense is pretty bad, which allows the Commanders to be more dimensional than the Browns there. I like this. I think they win by 7 clear points. I think it's gonna be one of those where that's why I also like Rome, where the Bears are throwing the ball late and trying to get back into the game.
Yeah. This is a Rome Daddy spot. Rome might go for like 7 for 75, 2 scores. It's a big one. All right, let's real quick before we wrap up here, let's review the parleesies that we have today. What do you got? What do do we got? Let's talk about it.
Bro, I didn't get our parlay in because you didn't let me know with the odds, but I can do it. I could build it if you let me know.
Why'd you not do it?
Because the odds were 15-1. I didn't know if you wanted that.
It was 16-1, right?
Yeah. That works with you?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. We've been sitting here talking for an hour and you didn't think to bring it up. Send me an owl with a note, a yellow fucking sticky something. Come on.
All right. So it's Ashton Genty over 75.5 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs over.
Hold on. Oh my God. All right. What? Communication is key. I thought you were talking about the Marty Chamberlain one.
Oh yeah. No. The Marty Chamberlain, JSN 100+, Abuka 100+, and Puka 100+. 6 plus 1655. Did you want the one we crafted earlier?
Okay. The Puka Abuka JSN is in.
Yeah.
25 apiece.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. How about the one we crafted? How about the one the boys crafted?
All right. And this one's Josh Jacobs over 81.5 we have to play.
No, 80. 80 flat.
80 flat?
Yeah.
Bro, Hard Rock's a dumb book. I don't know.
Dude, Hard Rock stinks, bro. They
Bro,
stink. Oh, I didn't
they
tell you.
literally-
I drove down to Coconut Creek last night.
dude, how was that?
It was
I
all
can
right.
get an 80. Okay, I can get an 80.
Okay, let's
And then Tay Tutty, Rams, Tay Tutty, and I'll say his back again once I get it locked in for everyone listening. Tay Tutty.
If you guys want to tail this, feel free. Not going to stop you.
And Haskins is up, probably going to be up a little bit because I know we smashed that.
You don't get boosts, right? No, you should get boosts on Hard Rock.
I already used my boost.
Oh.
Haskins moved to 44, so I'll play Haskins at 40. Damn, 10 to
Oh,
1.
Because I told you 38.5 on FanDuel.
It's okay. It's 50 to win, $514.
Hold on, let's.
Am I missing a leg? That's only 4 legs. I'm missing a leg. Wait, no, I'm missing a leg. I'm missing a leg.
All right, Genty over 75.5.
Yep, but I'm missing a leg anyway.
Hold on, Jacobs 80.
Jacobs 80.
Tay Tutty.
Tay Tutty.
Tay, my favorite charity that I made. That if I ever meet Devontae Adams, I'm going to tell him. Javonte Williams Tutty.
Williams Tutty. I just added him. That was the leg I was missing.
Haskins 40.
Yep.
Okay, what is that?
Plus 1623.
Okay, so want to add one more? Want to get disgusting?
Yeah, let's add one more.
Tampa money line? Is that risky?
Let's do a player prop.
How about Amon Roth 60 yards?
That works for me.
Ooh, shit.
60. Dude, I type in Lions and they give me an options of some freaking Dorburn Lions versus Kirchhoff's Towers. No, bro, it's NFL Football Sunday. Like, what the frick do I want? The Kirchhoffs or whatever they just.
I don't know.
Added.
I don't care. Stop worrying.
I can do 65. I can't do 60.
Yeah, of course you can.
We'll do 65. It's plus 2,600. How much 26? You want?
Yeah. Are we splitting that?
Yeah. How much you want on it?
25 each.
Right,
it's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
All right. For anyone who wants,
what is that? 50? That's 50 to win what? Like 1,300?
1,300. Yes, sir. Good man.
25 is like 650 each.
Yep.
We're gonna hit.
I'll post this on X for anyone who wants to tail.
Post both of them, and then let's tag Marty in because Marty's an absolute dog, baby. Marty's a dog. We're hitting that JSN, Puka, Abuka, Hundy pieces all around. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, bro. Let's get paid.
We're getting paid today. That's it. It's big Sunday. Everybody have a big one. Appreciate you spending that Sunday morning with JohnnyVTV and Brad Thomas only on Breaking Bet. We will be back next Wednesday talking Week 7 NFL. Enjoy the day. Get some winners. Get some money. And we'll see you back in a few days.
Peace.